Hey, Dave here from Pewcentric, the marketplace where firearms enthusiasts just like you discover unique gear, services, and training. Basically, everything but the guns. Inside the Pew is our ongoing series of interviews with fascinating Pewcentric sellers, and today I'm joined by Mike Killion of Mike Killion Photography. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Now, as always, we like to start at the beginning and we want to get a sense of your origin story and firearms and the connection to your new business in terms of photography.
Yeah, I mean, I have an extensive background in kind of both, but really I took in to the firearms industry more recently as an adult. As a kid, I grew up with a family from Minnesota that was all into hunting and shooting. I had a great grandpa that would go down to Arizona a lot and do a lot of different competitions and long distance stuff, I think. And so I was around it when I was a kid, but I never got into it until older. I was always interested in cameras and photography when I was a kid, and my mom let me play with them forever. I got like a video camera in sixth grade. I would make little short videos with my friends all the time.
Was it one of those things you had to carry on your shoulder?
Kind of smaller one, a little 8 mil.
Well, I am older than you, but okay.
Yeah. I forget what it was, but it was a little handheld cam, but I would make, short videos with my friends all the time, and it was super fun. And eventually got into photography in high school and then decided to pursue it as a career into college. So I've been a photographer, I'd say about 20 years or so. And through that, I've always taken my camera into the things I've enjoyed to do, which first used to be competitive paintball. That was back in high school, and into early college. I played almost every weekend. I was shooting paintball guns. So I'm very used to like running and shooting and on the move. And the competitive thing was kind of an easy transition once I started to learn more about real guns, and I got my concealed carry license. So that kind of transitioned me into USPSA, and how I met you down at the Indiana sectional.
Sure.
We were shooting down there, and yeah, just decided to bring my camera and kind of capture what I like to do as well, and in hopes of like kind of getting into the industry, meeting some new people, giving back to the community. I used to do that a lot when I started surfing on Lake Michigan, on the Great Lakes. A lot of people don't know that that's even a thing, but that's kind of where a lot of people know my work from.
I grew up in Chicago and I didn't, and I still think you're crazy, but that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah, so it's been a while, like we were talking about earlier, that since I've surfed. I have two kids now, and I've gotten into more shooting sports, competition with archery and hunting, and then also now USPSA. So surfing's kind of taken a back burner, but the majority of my work is known through documenting the surf culture. And I kind of want to just continue that into all aspects of, my life and the hobbies that I pursue. So should that be shooting, hunting, running? I do trail running, capturing my kids, biking, stuff like that. So it's always just a passion and a pursuit to create something worth watching over and over again or looking back on. It's really great to just capture those moments and look back. So yeah, the extensive history is kind of all over the place in terms of how it came together, but most recently, yeah, just really took a strong interest in getting better as a competitive shooter, and bringing my camera along with me.
Well, now that we've been talking about competitive shooting and its intersection of photography, let's take a look.
Great. So here we go. Here's my Instagram page. So you can see all my work on here. If you guys want to come check it out, it's Killertown, KILLERTOWN. But here's the most recent one I just posted of Brennan of Gateway Defense. He was one of the shooters at the Indiana sectional. And oftentimes I like to put these little carousels together, just tell a little bit more of a story than just give the one kind of photo. So threw this one together pretty quick. And yeah, I had a handful of other shots from that day, people getting ready.
Oh, I remember that stage.
Yeah, 56 rounds or something like that. We just shot the monster match this last weekend up at Schultz in Wisconsin, and we had stages that were like 66 rounds. They were just adding targets to everything. So yeah, here's Justin.
That's where they just need to like throw ammo to you as you head down the range.
Yeah, it was pretty fun, but it was a lot of ammo. But yeah, Indiana sectional, super fun. Got the camera out on Friday as I was walking stages, checking out some of the squads that were shooting for the staff day. And then got into shooting on Saturday as well. So I brought my camera on Saturday, decided to kind of capture my squad as well. So we got some of those in here too. And here's Chad running his Glock. And yeah, so just super fun to kind of bring the camera along and do what I do, give back to the community a little bit, let everybody kind of see photos of themselves. I mean, everybody kind of wants a cool looking photo of them, right? So just trying to get into the industry in the sense of I haven't shot anything professionally for the firearms industry. You know, a lot of my clients are like Nike, Red Bull, action sports community, running community. Those are my higher end clients. Of course, I do all sorts of work, but you know, primarily live into the sports world. So, you know, Serial One was a company by Harley Davidson. They do electric bikes. I shot a campaign for them when they launched. Here's a recent Red Bull shoot we just did. It was Rush Delivery. It was up in Lake Geneva. So they're like mail carriers,
awesome.
old tradition, where they jump off the boat and they deliver the mail and give it back, get back onto the boat before it leaves. So it's kind of fun getting to kind of capture events like that. Working with, you know, bike companies, getting SRAM Road. That was back in 2020, so a while ago. Getting out to Hawaii for Surfing Mag, capturing a lot of surfing. Again, that's where my background comes from. This is the Great Lakes. This is actually southern Lake Michigan, northwest Indiana, kind of close to where we were shooting in Chesterton.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's kind of what I'm known for, is the surf scene, the sports scene. I did a lot of work with Ski-Doo back in the day and capturing some snowmobiles and things like that.
So for the folks on Pewcentric who tend to be, you know, a mix of folks from every different discipline, it's not just competitive shooting, but you got cowboy action, people who have everyday carry, they want to buy a gift for a loved one. It's across the entire board when it comes to where people are coming in the firearms community. What are some of the services that you'd like to provide and you're interested in connecting with the community about? Like, how can an individual engage you when they come to the Pewcentric site, and what kinds of things are you interested in shooting or you would recommend, like come to mind?
Yeah, great. Thanks for asking. You know, realistically, I think, well, what I started to do at the match was just coming and capturing somebody's match performance. So whether you're, you know, a dedicated trainer that's doing a class that needs somebody to create content for you and capture, you know, stills or video and get that back to your consumers, to the people that are in your class so that they can have it, or if it's for you and your own, you know, personalized company or website. You know, if you work for another brand that needs product photography, I used to be in-house at Vital Proteins for about 3.5 years. So it created a lot of their photo video content. You can see some of that up in this top left corner and down over here. So, you know, really high-end studio product photography I'm well versed in, as well as, you know, capturing events and live action, being in the water. You know, I could do so many different things. I don't think I'd be doing that for firearms necessarily, but the hunting industry obviously needs stories to be told, and going on adventures to difficult places, you know, enduring challenges and kind of overcoming them and telling that story is what I really like to do. So anybody that's looking to kind of share those kind of stories, whether that be through, you know, their own personal experience or through you know, a brand message that they want to deliver in a campaign, that's kind of what I'm here for.
And how about for individuals that aren't affiliated with a company? Do you offer services for folks that maybe want to have photos of themselves, you know, in practice so that they can get better? I don't know if that's something
Yeah,
you're also
definitely.
exploring.
Yeah, that's a great point. I kind of forget to bring that up. It's really a great tool to have somebody not only watch you and coach you. And I wouldn't say I'm a good, you know, firearms coach by any means, but I really do understand like body mechanics and the way that, you know, athletes should be positioned to get the best look and feel, or to actually have the best result. So usually if you're looking really good, you're going to have a really good result. So filming yourself is like the number one thing I think to progress. So if it's still photos or video's honestly the best. So you can see all the movements, all the action. I would highly recommend doing that. And yes, I would be happy to come out if somebody wanted to have me, you know, film or photograph their training session and get, you know, personalized photos of themselves or whatever. That's another avenue as well. So I think it's a really unique kind of space to be in. There's a lot of different places that I can kind of insert myself into, I think, and hopefully people can utilize, the images or video that I can create for them.
Yeah, and the thing I will add is competitive pistol shooting or any shooting sport is very challenging if you're not a shooter yourself. Because I've seen people like love one, they'll bring a loved one. First of all, the quality of the photography isn't very good. Just let's start with that. In addition, they don't know where to stand. They don't know what they're looking for. All they see is someone running around with a pistol. You know what the stage is. You know what they're going to do. You know where they're going to be posting up. You know how to do it safely, right? And you're always faced with the challenge of being on the side or behind the individual. So it really takes someone who has a deep understanding of the sport to be effective with this, in my opinion.
No, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that insight. It does, and that's what I really enjoy, like bringing my camera to the things that I like to do. Because if I want to take a good image or a video of whatever it is, like you kind of have to be in it. You gotta have to have some knowledge of what you're capturing, and the closer you can be, like the better access you have, the better relationships you build with the people that you're working with to capture these images or make these videos, whether that's for a brand, business, or yourself. That always pays in the end. If you have a really good relationship, you're close to somebody, the sport, the ins and outs of those positions and the mechanics of things, really helps tell that story even better. So I appreciate that you noticed that. A lot of people don't. A lot of people usually say, "Oh, it's a wonderful photo. What kind of camera do you have? What kind of camera can I buy?" And it's like, well, it's not really the camera. It's the 20 years of experience and putting yourself out there and trying to challenge yourself and make things look good and really try to execute consistently. So that's what.
Well, that comment is the same as saying, like, what pistol can I buy to be a better shooter?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It's always the same thing. Oh, this meal tastes wonderful. What kind of oven does the chef have?
The oven to you is like, well, it's not the oven, I assure you. Well, it's been a pleasure talking with you about Mike Killion Photography. If you want to engage Mike, you can find him on pewcentric.com. The links are in the description and up above. And as always, please like and subscribe to help drive the engagement. And we look forward to catching you next time on Inside the Pew. Thanks from all of us at Pewcentric. Take care.